Les, some good news yesterday in that Jay Rodriguez agreed to sign a new 4-year contract. That must have been very pleasing for you to see that done.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, obviously it's been a long time out for Jay, and we've talked all the way through that period. You know, trying to encourage him, keep him positive. Medical staff have played a big part in giving Jay the confidence that he's in the right place. And I think the emotion of how it happened is now repeated in the emotion of the fact that he's committed himself to this football club. He's obviously an outstanding player. He would have gone to the World Cup. So this is all about now getting him back on that pathway. I'm pretty sure it won't take him long. He's very strong-willed. He's worked very hard on his rehab. So we're absolutely delighted. There's a real buzz about the place. It's been a great message, and I'm sure everybody's going to be really happy to see a player of Jay's stature committing to this club because he believes that there's something there in the future.
As you said, you've been talking to him about this for some time. Why was this the right moment to get it done?
Well, I think it was always tricky when someone's got such a serious injury and you're looking to renegotiate a contract with them because you know they will have concerns about when, you know, certainly early in the injury, how it's all going to turn out. Am I going to be fit? Am I? So there's a certain amount of allowing Jay to focus on his recovery, but just to keep letting him know that you know that we love him and we want him to stay, rather than putting pressure on to negotiate a deal. And we've kept a constant dialogue with his agents. There's been no problems there. That's gone very well. We've all focused on getting Jay back, getting Jay ready and happy and confident. And so with him returning back to first team training, enjoying himself with the boys, feeling a real part of it again, it was the perfect opportunity to say, come on now, let's sit down and just polish it off. And really that's what it was. It wasn't a difficult thing to do. It was just to switch the focus from recovery and get back with the lads and get in the squad to, okay, let's sit down and do some paperwork. And that all happened very quickly, which again was a mark of how confident Jay was that he was doing the right thing and with the right club.
Even with him sitting on a treatment bed or slaving away in the gym, it hasn't stopped the speculation, has it, over his future, which we're kind of used to at this club now. Is this quite good in that it allows him to rid all that from his mind and focus very much on what's coming up on the pitch for him?
Absolutely, it puts all the speculation to bed. He's committed to us. He can now just focus on the whole of the summer on recovering, getting the right amount of rest, and then having a flying through pre-season and then coming back and banging in goals in the Premier League. So that's a big weight off everybody's mind, you know. But what you don't want with a player like Jay would be for it all to be continuing, because the summer transfer window will become a frenzy, and he's out of that now. It's all settled, and hopefully that's a good message across the whole squad. We would love to have a quiet summer. I think it's no surprise that we will always attract attention because we are successful at what we do. Not only do we produce players, we improve players, young players like Jay coming from another club. We give them that experience, but the downside of that is you're also giving them the showcase. If we weren't successful, nobody would be interested in our players. So it's a mark of respect, and it's a situation that we have to monitor and be careful with. But I'd rather be attention drawn to our players because we're a successful football club than nobody interested in our players because we're mid-table and average. So that's something for us to have to deal with as we go forward.
On a personal level, you must be pleased to be starting the summer in this way. The contrast to last summer is obviously massive. What sort of a message does this send to the fans and to everybody looking at Southampton as we begin this summer period?
Well, everybody knows now we've had 2 good years in the Premier League and we finished high up in the table. And we've had a pretty special year this year in terms of not just the position, but how we've been consistently up in the top 5 or 6 all season. So that's got to be a good message to the fans. And then when players start committing early to it, that breeds confidence throughout the club. And therefore, I think that the message it gives out is that those kind of players believe this is the right club to be at. It shows that Jay believes that there's a chance of us not just consolidating our place in the top half of the Premiership, but going for top 6. And I'm sure he's got the ability to score the goals that will get us there. So that's a very strong message, and we focused mainly on keeping this squad together, mainly on renewing contracts. That was a legacy that we didn't have the opportunity to deal with in the summer. We were firefighting, and now we're putting that right, and hopefully we will pin down our players. We've got loan situations to think about in terms of converting them, rather than going out in the market looking for tens and dozens of players who might fit the bill. It'd be less traumatic. Hopefully we can get a lot of it done early, so we don't get drawn into the frenzy as the transfer window goes forward.
The subject of Nathaniel Clyne's contract has also been spoken about a lot in recent months. The manager's been asked about it a lot in his press conferences, and he's suggested that he's now looking for signs of progress. For you, have you started to see those progress and signs? Yeah,
very much so. I mean, with Clyne, it's been the same as with Jay. We've been talking for quite a while. It gets fed by speculation, which doesn't help. But Ronald made a comment a couple of weeks ago saying that there was a deadline. The deadline was more about getting a response, and that issue's been solved by the fact that Nathaniel's changed his agent, and we got an immediate response from his new agent. So that's not our business, but obviously there was something there that was slowing things down a little bit. That's all accelerated. I'm in discussions with his agent, and those have been very, very positive. And Nathaniel's already made statements about how he's happy here. There's bound to be a lot of speculation, and because he's such a good player and he's had such a good season, so we have to balance that up against what he can do for us in the future and what we can do for him. So we're at a very good place at the moment in terms of discussions going on, and I'm confident again that we will have a resolution to that sooner rather than later.
I know that I'm fit now, and I just want to concentrate. Like I said, I'm improving my game. Like I've said before, I got injured. That's all I want to do.